So welcome back to the We Know Show. Today's agenda is packed. We got the Epstein files we're going to talk about. We're going to put our 2 cents in because, that matters. The floods and all the conspiracies, okay? And then Elon Musk is making a new political party. What do you think about that? All that and more coming next. So, Epstein files, that's been a big deal. Trump basically, or not Trump, but like the DOJ over the weekend basically drops a statement and they say, hey, there's nothing to see here. There's no list, which people wanted a list, right? They were talking about a list of clients. That's what everybody was like, we got this, right? And then they were talking about how the videos and this and that. Well, they said there's nothing to see now. And they were making big promises. So apparently there's a lot of people that are upset. It's been the number one thing trending for like 2 days straight on Twitter or on X or whatever you want to call it. And I guess traditional media is not giving it a lot of, they're not posting it a lot or whatever. It's not really like relevant, the traditional media. But the podcasters and the internet is basically reacting and they just can't let go of it.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? What's your thoughts on that? Like, how important is that? You think, because Patrick David from the PBD podcast, he said this was the biggest administration fumble so far. Like, they're doing great. The administration killing it, but he says this is a huge deal and they messed it all up. Thoughts?
That's kind of weird.
How important was that to you? Like, did you care very much about it? Because a lot of people say they voted for Trump because that was one of the things he was going to do, which was to expose the pedos.
Who the hell? You voted for Trump because you thought that they were going to figure something out with the Epstein shit? Really? That's what you voted for? I don't think a lot of people give a shit, honestly. I feel like it's one of those, it's like, okay, Epstein shit again. Great, Maybe it's just me, but to me, I don't really give a shit, bro. Like, what happened, move on, I don't care.
That's what they want, though, bro, because I'm kind of in the same boat to where it's kind of old and stale to where I don't really care anymore.
Yeah.
They did that shit on purpose. They delayed the fuck out of it so that we would just stop caring.
Yeah.
But we should care because it's some weird corruption shit with some powerful motherfuckers, and they just delayed it so long to where people stop caring. It worked for me.
I get it, and it works, but at the same time, like, oh, they found nothing. Okay, great. Now what? Like,
I'm
you
calling
know what I mean?
Cap. I'm calling Kaepernick on that.
Well, even if they did or whatever, but if the people are powerful enough to hide this type of shit, what are they gonna do? It's like with the Joe Biden election thing. Everybody knew that there was something there, but he still won, still got the 4 years, still did whatever he wanted to do. We bitched about it for 4 years and all kinds of investigations and all whatever, but nothing happened. He was president already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this, we've been crying about
that election.
the Epstein shit for a while, and they're gonna get him and all this, and then now all of a sudden, well, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Like, what are we gonna do about it?
That's what
We're gonna bitch about it on the podcast, and what is that gonna change?
I know. That's
what pisses me off. So,
well, you do have a good point, and this for Andrew Tate, I was actually trying to look for that clip, but he was talking about how these guys, basically, in his view, they have a choice to make, which is basically satisfy the brokies, what he called them, all the bums, brokes, whoever's at home, regular Americans, whatever, he called them brokies, or the elites who could have potentially been part of this, and that's who took advantage of all these little kids or whatever, but they're like, who do you need more? Because he said that a lot of these people, like, for example, Trump, in fact, if you really listen to some of his things, there's an interview of Trump. They asked him, hey, are you going to release the RFK, the MLK, whatever? And then he said Epstein. And if you see him when he said Epstein, he's like, well, we're going to look into, like, almost gave like a answer that was like, nah, I don't know. We'll see what's up.
I seen that exact clip, and it's actually crazy. They asked him JFK files. He said, yes. They asked him Martin Luther King. Yes. Everything that they asked him was a hard yes until they brought up the Epstein. And he said, we're going to try.
We're going to see what's up.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
I mean, it was still an ongoing investigation thing, so maybe that's why. But I mean, all the other stuff is like
that
old.
was closed. Yeah, that was already done. The files are there, but
it's like one of those. Like, I can't talk about it yet because it's still ongoing. So maybe, I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know, bro. It is a little fishy because there's been long conspiracy theories about the elites. I mean, I don't know if y'all heard of Pizzagate, and I don't want to go too far down the rabbit hole, but there's been long stories about these elites, and I kind of believe that there's got to be some weird shit going on. I mean, look at how many high-profile big people do we find out are doing some weird shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna touch on it today, but we've touched on it many a times about Diddy.
See, it's the same thing though. Well, same thing.
They're elite.
The people know about it, but what are you gonna do?
They got so much money, they don't know what to do, so they start doing weird shit. I don't understand.
Well, exactly. But here's the thing, bro. People are thinking, oh, we need to release the list of clients, which I doubt there's a list. Client 1, 2, 3, whatever. My guess is there's probably videos, which they're saying a lot of the like Pam Bondi and all them. They're saying, hey, look, there's videos with child pornography. We can't release that, and it's not ever gonna be released. But who's in those videos? Okay, well maybe everybody's looking for a list. Maybe there is no list. Maybe there's video evidence of it. And you guys everybody's saying like, well, they need to release it and people need to be held accountable because how are they gonna pay for it? Look, trust me, the FBI already got the information. If they wanted to keep somebody accountable, they would have already done it.
Yep.
It's not like they have to show the world in order to keep somebody accountable.
Well, that's why that fool people are mad at Cash, because he was literally campaigning on that. He said, if they make me director of the FBI or whatever, I'm going to make sure. And same thing with Pam Bondi. People are hot. People are they're saying Pam Bondi should immediately resign.
Well, you know what? Here's a few possibilities people are talking about. People are saying either the reason why the files aren't coming out, which a lot of people are saying this is probably most likely not true. They're saying either Trump was on the list or there's some implication with Trump. And most people are probably like, no, that's most likely not the case. The second thing is they are saying that most likely this fool Epstein was part of some sort of government, CIA, or they talked about, what's that one from Israel? The Israel CIA.
Yeah.
I forgot what they're called, bro.
Whatever that.
I don't know what it's called. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try
The Israel
to guess.
CIA. Apparently, like
The Jew-IA.
The same shit that Zohan was a part of.
But you get what I'm saying? Like they're saying that there's probably been some stuff. So like now think of this. Obviously, if Trump was part of the thing, the Democrats would have leaked it. They would have tried to do some shit to not put him in office, right?
That's true.
If 100%, they try to kill him.
Unless Hillary was on there too.
Yeah, nah, that's what
But
I'm
you
saying.
know,
Clinton.
but they would have had some sort of like erased or what do they call it, redacted type of shit where they cut off what they don't want to show and they'll, oh look, there's a leak. Trump is on the list.
They couldn't do that though because they're on it too, bro. You know what I truly feel? I feel like there is who cares if there's not a list? If there's just videos, there's something. Somebody knows something, and I know this because they got oh boy, the Prince or whatever.
Yeah, but they didn't do nothing to him.
But they shunned the shit out of him.
Who gives a shit though?
He got ousted out of the royal family. And
Yeah, but they're
this,
talking
and that.
about holding somebody accountable. Mm-hmm. That's what someone like the guy Vinny from PBD podcast. This fool was throwing a straight rant and emotional ass shit. Like, and the other guy Adam was like on some same shit as him. He's like, bro, get over it.
Yeah.
But he's saying, hey, the kids. What about the kids of this? But you know, at the end of the day, bro, nothing's gonna come of it, even if they release it.
Yeah. Well, when I say, I don't even care no more. It's not that like I don't care that there were some victims. Is that they dragged it out so fucking long and so much other shit is going on to where you're like, bro, and you feel like they're not going to tell you the truth anyways.
Yeah.
So you kind of just disassociate, like whatever, fuck whatever they're saying.
I'm not going to stress over it anymore. I'm tired of it.
Exactly.
Nothing's going to come of it anyways.
Fatigue. But I feel like the fact that they got that Prince guy, there's no way he was the only one who went over there and did weird shit.
No.
That's the only person that I know of besides Jeffrey and Ghislaine or whatever her name was that actually got like the book thrown at him a little bit. And
Bro, even apparently there was a JP Morgan, like I think it was the CEO or some shit of JP Morgan. Mm-hmm. They settled a lawsuit for like $250 million that was something part of that Epstein stuff.
Wow.
But they settled it hella fast because they didn't want their company to be dragged through the shit, whatever. Mm-hmm. So they had some implications in it. There's a lot of people, bro.
Yeah.
But here's the thing too. If there was a list or something, you know people can't close their mouth. They'll go and tell their cousin, there's somebody else, something will come out. The same thing you just said. Oh, I'm kind of tired of it. I'm exhausted of it. Trump responded in that way because somebody tried to come and ask him, like, hey, well, Epstein leaves, da, 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 da. Was he a government asset? So Trump kind of was like, hold on, let me get this one. So he's like, bro, are you seriously keep asking about this? Are you seriously still on this shit? This freaking pedo, Chester, whatever, this has been talked about for years. We got issues in the country. We got success. We got all these, and that's all you want to ask. You're wasting your time asking that. So a lot of people got butthurt talking about how Trump was deflecting and shit.
I heard it, and it did sound like really, bro. Like
It's like fatigue, bro. Like, we're done. He's over here on the brink of World War III, bro.
yeah.
But that's, bro, this
But
was,
it did.
nobody
It
gives a
sounded
shit.
like he was kind of brushing it off.
He did. It did sound like it.
It sounded like that. I don't know if there's any intent behind it. Maybe he's just overwhelmed with shit. You know,
Yeah.
like he's dealing with more important things than some retard on the island. You know, doing Chester shit.
Exactly.
But and suppose he's dead. So like, okay.
Well, my
you know, it's not that
my
big a deal
thing
now.
is, because they're talking about what about the victims? Well, it's been 15 years, bro.
Yeah.
It's been 15 years. The victims are old by now. Okay, yeah, they were victimized. Hopefully, they get something from it. Like,
Yeah. They
Maybe-
probably was cashed out.
yeah, like
With-
J.P. Morgan settled $250-something million.
How come no more victims have come forward? There's only one that I know of for sure that came out and said for sure this motherfucker, the Prince guy, did weird shit.
Well, that's the question too. Is like if there's a list with so many people on it, how come nobody came out with nothing?
One word. Paper.
Paper?
I think so. Come on.
Probably, yeah.
Who you wouldn't? It's a big high profile thing.
I would take
take
some
it.
money because if I come and cry to the police and they take this fool to jail, what do I get out of it?
Yeah, if you take my cheeks and you offered me like a few $1 million, I'd be like, all right, bro, I'll forget about it.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's all good. So anyway, that's what's been really everybody's like talking shit and butthurt about Trump, whatever. But I feel like if you really butthurt and you're talking about how you voted for Trump because he was going to release the Epstein files, you're stupid and you're probably like, bro, there's way bigger fish to fry. We voted for him for economy, for things that he can accomplish.
Bro,
Not the
I didn't
stupid
even
freaking
think
Chester
about
list.
that at all.
I didn't think about
Trump.
it either.
I don't think as a like one solitary thing did people vote for him for just that.
No.
But we can't lie and say that we didn't vote for him because we know he's gonna tell the truth and
Yeah.
shed light on bullshit.
Yeah.
And be straight shooter.
Right.
So part of being a straight shooter and shedding light is, you know, this.
Yeah.
But there's other stuff going on.
Here's what
Yeah.
I think happened. I feel like Trump had the right response in the little interview. We'll see what happens type shit, right? Mm-hmm. Kash Patel, I don't even know if you knew who was going to make it to the top of the FBI. Pam Bondi was there, and they're getting closer to it, and they're talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like these guys came into the government, and they came and pulled back the curtain and say, hey, look what's up with this case. And they're like, oh, shit, okay, now we understand why we can't release this shit.
Yeah.
Whatever
Yeah.
it is. Maybe it was all a government operation. Some shit happened. Maybe some blackmail material, blackmail on politicians, on
Yeah.
whatever it is. But if
Or maybe there's a still ongoing thing where they're trying to catch bigger fish, but they can't release this type of information, you know?
well,
Because they did the same type of shit with the JFK files. It's like every president, we're going to release them. And they get in there like, oh, never mind, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what did you see that made you all of a sudden not release them, you know?
yeah.
Well, supposedly, I mean, allegedly, with the JFK and even with the MLK, there was some covert shit going on.
Yeah,
There was also some CIA shit.
Exactly. Supposedly, the CIA, because he was like riling up the people and stuff like that, they're like, hey, we got to get rid of this fool.
Yeah.
You know, it's sad as fucked up,
Well, it's true. Most likely it's true, bro, because think about it. If there's an ongoing operation or something going on, what do you think is going to happen? You think they're just going to like release some stuff? And look, another thing so there's a guy who came on the Tucker Carlson podcast, and he had a good point that he made. He said, look, check this out. The way these guys came out with it, talking about there's no list, we're done, case is closed, and the way Trump and everybody acted, that's almost like a fluff. They said they made it so obvious that something's wrong, or like maybe there is something to it, they just can't release it. But they almost probably made that just to show whoever is still on the lookout, maybe whoever they're trying to get still, that, hey, we're closing the case, we're done. So to let people
Lower the
relax,
guard.
to lower the card, let them feel like it's good because there's still something happening.
Yeah.
there could be a whole new Jeffrey Epstein, bro. There could be a fucking
He probably still alive.
Marcus Jeffstein out there
You never know.
on a whole other island, and they're just running it back. I mean, the fact that they had that Prince dude, bro, that tells me like they had some high profile motherfuckers. They got some dirt.
Bro, you think that these people who are doing these things to people or to kids, or like they have this weird fetish of kids, do you really think that, oh, they took freaking Epstein, we're just gonna stop?
No.
Do you guys really, you think that's really gonna happen?
Hell
Somebody's
no.
being replaced. Somebody replaced them, and for all you know, maybe that is some sort of thing where it's like, hey, we can't even get into this. We're still working on this.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably only one of who knows how many islands and weirdos and people are out there doing this kind of stuff. This isn't.
Oh yeah.
It's not like, whoa, this is crazy. I can't believe this is happening. This has never happened before. You know.
Yeah.
Well, you see, even the Mexican kids or the border people, whatever kids that, I don't know if they're all Mexican or not, but like the illegal kids that they say there's like 300,000 of them missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That were supposedly in U.S. custody, right?
well, they came into U.S., but apparently some of them, they're saying some of them maybe they're cool, maybe they're just with like family or whatever, but they don't have tracking on pretty much none of them.
That many though?
Yeah, they say 300-some thousand kids, bro.
See, that's crazy, bro. That is crazy. There's a lot of shit going on that we don't know nothing about, and then they try to shine a little bit of light, and then they're like, "Oh, nothing to see here," you know. What are we supposed to do?
Well, I mean, even
Nothing. You just kind of go crazy thinking about
to
it.
be honest with you, even the whole Epstein thing, they allowed us to see it.
Yeah.
Because if they really wanted to, from the inside, like when they busted him or whatever, they could have done nothing. Like they could have just hit it.
Yeah.
Well, they try and distract, bro. When did the Epstein shit come out? What was going on that was big around then?
I think it was like
Yeah.
2009 or some stuff like that, bro.
It was that long ago?
I think it was that long ago.
Why do I
thought
remember
was
it like a couple years ago?
2020-ish or something. I don't know. I feel like it was like 4 or 5 years maybe. When did they snatch that fool up? And we haven't even talked about, like, they definitely smoked that fool. That video that they released, it's almost like they're doing it on purpose. Like, they're not even trying to really cover it.
Oh,
Yeah.
2009 was his first arrest. Okay, I was wrong.
Okay.
So the first time he pleaded guilty in the Florida state court to charges soliciting prostitution, including from a minor. He received an 18-month sentence, but served about 13 months, largely in a work release program. So he would get up, go to get out of the jail. I heard this fool was even flying his private jet, doing all that crazy stuff, and then he'll come back at night and go back to prison.
Wow.
So in 2008, that was that. You know,
So he would clock into prison just to show.
pretty much, yeah.
Damn.
But they gave him a slap on the wrist. Apparently, when that was happening, somebody came, I think it was some guy named Acosta, was the AG, the Attorney General at the time, kind of like Bondi, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, somebody told him, be cool and leave him alone. He's an asset. He's a government asset. Like, get off of him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, look, Epstein was also then arrested in July 2019 in New York on federal charges of sex trafficking charges, basically. He was held in a federal jail and died in his cell in 2019. So that's, 6 years now.
Literally 1 month later, they smoked his ass.
Well, you guys seen the videos that they released, and then there was a minute missing at 12 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
Bro,
They
it's
snuck
almost,
him out, bro.
It's comical that they think, well, did they show any evidence of videos of the body or nothing?
Not that I've seen.
Well, his brother claims that he had somebody privately do an autopsy.
So then there was a body. So
His
then,
brother said that he had a private autopsy because
That's exactly
did
what a brother would do if he got paid a lot of money. I don't know.
Nah,
Just
but
saying.
he was saying, he was calling cap. He was saying this
he's
bullshit.
saying that he didn't die by suicide, that somebody killed him. He's trying to claim.
I don't know.
It's fishy all the way around, but we're not the rich, powerful elite.
He's probably kicking
so.
it with Tupac right now, bro. I don't know. We
Tupac.
know Tupac
And
is.
Thugs,
Man,
man.
don't even get me started with this freaking influencer, like rappers shit. Y'all heard about freaking Akon, what he did?
What's the newest thing? Because he's always doing something.
So apparently this fool Akon, and maybe I'm getting some of the facts wrong, but basically the gist of the story is that this fool went and said, hey, we're going to build a crazy, like, sustainable city in, I think it was a part of Africa somewhere, whatever country it is. And he said, we're going to build this, I think he called it like a $6 billion investment, some crazy shit, right? And it's going to be the dopest city. I think he was almost dreaming of some Dubai type stuff.
Yeah.
Well, years and years go by, like people put their money in it. He gets investors. He made something. He even said that it was going to operate on something they called an Acoin, like Akon coin.
Crypto.
Well, apparently crypto goes to shit, and this one loses the money. from, I believe, all the investors that put the money in it because that was gonna fund it.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess hella years later, bro, this fool only has like one little, like literally a building the size of a house on the whole land.
Mm-hmm.
The state place over there was starting to threaten him, like, we're gonna take the land if you don't build on it, whatever. People were starting to try to sue him over it.
Yeah.
And then finally they put out a statement talking about like, yeah, Akon's just gonna like focus on other things that are more realistic type shit. This fool's really gonna try to build a $6 billion city.
He was trying to bring back to his land. I don't know.
He got
I
optimistic.
respect it.
Bro, but he was scamming.
He damn near
Was he?
did. I mean,
It was a scam.
he took some investors and stuff like that, from what I know. But he did do some good stuff for Africa. Supposedly, he brought like electricity to a bunch of villages with solar and all of that, and that's great. But he got a bit ambitious there, trying to build a whole ass city.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at
He
this.
should've
Look, this is
stuck to
all he
selling
built.
ringtones.
Watch this shit. Watch. Look at this. This is all he built in the city.
Bro, that's a lot for
So
Africa.
there's still a lot of construction yet to be done to finish the first phase. It doesn't look like it will be done by the end of the year as was promised.
Was that a cow?
And the welcome centre is surrounded by cattle that is grazing in the land. The site where Akon City is supposed to be built is a stone's throw away from a coastal village called Bondi. It's just over 60 miles from Dakar. There's a spiral staircase behind me. The building has like futuristic curvatures outside. It definitely looks like something out of Wakanda, but only one building so far.
He got a whole mural and everything.
So basically, he scammed a bunch of people to get this thing. And look at what it was supposed to look like.
Bruh.
Yeah, okay. Come on, bro. This was on some shit.
Hey, he needed to go back to making club songs, bruh.
You feel me though?
Seriously, that's
So-
ridiculous.
He basically scammed a bunch of people, and these Africans, bro, they'll get you. You gotta be careful. Just like, you know what's funny? What I've been seeing recently, freaking, I've been seeing the meme that guess who scammed all of us, and it shows a picture of Cash Patel because he's Indian and he scammed everybody. Said that he's gonna release the files.
They say he didn't even scam us through the
Call
to the
center.
call center.
Damn, that's a bad look on the Indians, bro. First of all, Skamala. Now we got Cash Patel.
I don't know if that's a bad look on the Indians, bro. I think the Indians already got that taken care of.
Well, as far as scamming goes, for sure. But I think Cash Patel, I think he is a G and stuff like that. But I think there's more to it that just, I think he talked before he was able to see what's really happening.
Just like a lot of other politicians and presidents and stuff like that. They're all big talk about all kinds of stuff. And then once they get to see what's happening, they almost get shocked by it.
Yeah,
Then
I
they
mean-
realize, okay, I understand why we got to keep this to a minimum.
Yeah.
I think that's what's happening.
Once you get into the club and they actually show you what's popping, then you're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
I get it now, and you're right. We shouldn't show everybody. And then people get mad at you because,
Yeah.
what's up, bro? You said you were going to show it to us. Like, nah,
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. So now if we want to drift into the next topic, because we drift now here.
That's right.
If you want to get into the next topic, Elon Musk is out here talking about he's making his own political party. So he went and apparently filed for a new political party, and I don't know how that's gonna go for him. I wouldn't go to his political party
Bro,
personally.
this sounds like a Kanye type of shit. It's like Kanye, like he ran for president type of deal.
Yeah.
Nobody asked for this. He needs to just focus on building rockets and shit, bro. Nobody is gonna all of a sudden hop on Elon Musk's little political shit and leave Trump. You're on a different spectrum, okay?
He's
Literally.
definitely on a different spectrum, but
I'm just saying.
But
I'm not
he-
joining his political party now all of a sudden because he's mad at Trump for some shit that I don't give a
I
shit
don't
about.
know. The only people that will join his political party, people who probably didn't like Trump already, and maybe I would see some Democrats who hate the Democrats because they're all whatever sissies and shit.
Yeah.
So then they're like, whatever, we'll hop on this wagon. Or independents who might have voted for Trump, who were like, that's like the best option. Plus RFK kind of like promoted him, so he might get 5% of not him because he can't run anyway. But you made a good point. Hey, build your rockets, get your shit done. You feel me? Your cars, whatever. Apparently, Tesla lost $80 billion in valuation the next day
Yeah.
after he announced this.
No shit. What do you think? The people that are on Trump's side they're just all of a sudden gonna. Well, I'm gonna go with Elon now.
Well, I don't even know if it's just that. If I'm here, think about this, bro. It's like if I got a CEO or like a top dog who's like running a company, And all of a sudden they say, hey, I'm going to, even if it was just about a different company, hey, I'm going to go and be part-time or even full-time again at a different company too. I'm going to be like, bro, what's going to happen in my company? You're going to be losing track of it or control of it. Right. How are you going to run Tesla, SpaceX, and all these things and then try to be head of a straight political party?
Yeah.
I would be kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of, bro, I'm excited for the things he's doing with Tesla and all the technology stuff, but this is dumb. This is pretty dumb of him.
Yeah, I like him as a genius, innovator, technology, this type of crazy stuff. That's it. I don't want you as a political nothing. Like,
yeah, it was fun at first.
He was on Trump's side, and we're like, cool, that's a good team, smart people, you know, capable. But now you all of a sudden you're flipping and shit. Go back to your cars and your rockets and stuff, bro, and just stay out of it.
Well, his message, and him and Trump kind of aligned with the message about cutting spending. I'm not sure what the deal with all that is because, you know, the tax bill and all the stuff that just happened. But I heard there's more to it aside from the tax bill. He's
butthurt because Trump got rid of the electric car mandate shit. And that affects
I don't even think it's that, bro. I heard so many different conspiracies. It's wild. But look, I got this one for you guys. Let me play this video, and then let me know what you guys think. We'll talk about it after.
Let's talk about Elon Musk, because that there is a piece of this and something that I heard, which is very compelling and makes perfect sense, and some tea that I have. The tea is piping hot. First and foremost, what actually set off Elon Musk, I am told, I'll say allegedly, because I don't want him suing me like he, you know, being in court with Elon Musk. But I am told that it was because Trump removed his pick for sitting in NASA. Jared Isaacman. Here we go. Let's pull up this article. Trump drops NASA nominee Jared Isaacman, scrapping Elon Musk's pick. Okay. This sent him into a tizzy, and I will tell you why. I have it on good authority. The reason is that Elon Musk never went in because he was interested in saving America by looking for all of this excess spending via Doge. I am told that he was actually in there because he was interested in the data, okay? And the greatest access that you could have to data would be via NASA. They have tons of data on Americans. And so when he set up that pick, this is why there was delay. The Scott Besson punch or whatever hit happened weeks before. They kept it very hush-hush. And I know that for an absolute fact, that it actually, the media found out very late about when it took place. Elon Musk was set off because of this removal of Isaacman, which was kind of like a ha-ha, F-you final thing that Sergio Gore did. Sergio Gore kind of got Trump to do this, and then he lost his cool because the entire reason he apparently went in there was to get this data, and the reason why he wanted to get that data was because of his long-running feud with Sam Altman, okay? So for those of you that don't know who Sam Altman is, Sam Altman and Elon Musk started OpenAI together. Sam Altman has insisted that Elon Musk is a fraud. And apparently the reason why he wanted that data was because it was going to allow him to beat Sam Altman in an AI race.
It's an AI race.
That is what I am told. I will button this with an allegedly, but I feel very strongly about that.
Allegedly.
That sounds like a lot of allegedly stuff
happening. Oh, I've heard this from other people too, though. Allegedly.
I mean, it makes sense, allegedly, but...
Because, hey, he did have hella beef with the guy from OpenAI.
There is a piece of this. And
he did have hella beef with that fool. Remember, he was hating on OpenAI hella hard? And they did start it together, and then he didn't stay there. And then these fools blew up. They're the first to the table, you know?
Yeah.
And you know, the first company to bring something to the table is always the one it's like, they got it.
Especially something as big as AI and ChatGPT and this and that.
It's the next world. It's like the computer, the newest thing that came out, like the internet.
Yeah, I heard this fool's AI is going crazy too on some Hitler shit.
Who's?
Grok. Grok has been going crazy. I guess they did an update, and it was like hailing Hitler and hella shit like that.
What, did it take Kanye's post to like update from that or something?
I don't know.
Kanye's putting in the commands and shit.
Yeah, no, I did see the post online about that too.
Yeah.
So Grok, stupid ass name by the way, that's Elon Musk's little AI thing.
That's his AI that's in Twitter.
I'm surprised it's not XAI or some stupid shit
actually
like
is
that.
it XAI? The company is actually called XAI.
That's the name.
Bro, I'm sick of this shit.
And they came out with X Chat, and I think they're coming with X Money now, where you can buy in like kind of like a.
I'm not
Venmo.
hopping on that shit. I'm not. I'm done with X. Enough of this shit, bro. Not everything has to be X. Just because SpaceX sounds cool doesn't mean everything has to be X. And then your retarded ass goes and names your kid X. little X this, X. Are you freaking mentally retarded?
Hey, but you guys,
Like, get over this shit, bro. It's too much X's.
All his kids have crazy names.
I'm gonna say Twitter.
hey,
for now
aside
on.
from the
No more X.
situation, he did get punched in the face by not Scott's, what's that fool? Trump's homie, Scott Bastin. That's what they call him.
He
Who
got
did?
punched in the face.
Do you remember the
For
punch where he said the kid had punched him? Supposedly this fool got in the face at the White House, fool. You didn't see this
No
guy right
way.
here? Look,
No,
let me see where it's at. They showed a picture of him. This one right here, watch.
I saw something, but I didn't
Right here.
think nothing of it. I thought he
data
got
on
smacked in the face
Americans.
by a
Watch.
rocket.
And so when he set up that pick, this is why there was delay. The Scott Besson punch or whatever hit happened.
Oh, those guys punched
This
him?
guy, he faded this guy. Because you remember this guy, he kept talking shit about this fool too?
So this old guy just beat his ass.
Supposedly he like punched him and they got in a tussle at the White House.
I mean, what is Elon gonna do? Have you seen how he's built?
You remember when he was about to fade Mark Zuckerberg? Hey, I still like Elon. I like him for the things he does good, but these are dumb.
I like him, but he has some
I
stupid
feel
ass
like
shit
he's
that's
off his
annoying me.
meds right now.
Yeah, he's acting like Kanye.
Oh my
It
god.
looks like he got some special interest ass shit, and he's hella sensitive and shit, and hella vengeful. Like,
Hey, you never know, bro, because he on the surface he might be like, oh, whoa, America this, America that, but you know, but the world's evil. And
he's-
some people are talking shit like, I can't trust the guy who wants to put a chip in people's brains.
I mean, that's the
also kind
mark
of
the
true.
beast.
Hey, that's also kind of true. When I first heard of that, it kind of took me a minute because I was like, "What the hell? That's weird." And then they try to like cover it with, "Well, it's for the blind or for the people that can't move or the people that And it's like, okay, I kind of understand that part, but still, like, if you get to the point where, hey, I'm gonna get this new chip in my brain so I can have my phone but in my brain, and that kind of thing, it's like
That's wild.
and I feel like people will eventually get used to that kind of stuff and comfortable with it, but they'll start out very, very slow. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the microwave. Everyone's like, I don't know about the microwave. It's going to kill your nutritions. No, all this. And then all of a sudden, like, oh, it's better.
I still
every
only
home
use
has
it
one.
to like zap here and there. Like,
It says have here and there.
I'll air fry something like a little piece
Air
of
fry
pizza.
snacks, man.
Air fry it or toaster oven, even toaster oven pizza. I bring that
yeah,
shit back.
that-
like it's
yeah,
brand
it
Toaster
does.
new.
oven, yeah.
That fool Jesse put me on the other day. I was like, ooh, that's just fire.
On what? Toaster oven pizza?
No, air fryer pizza, fool.
Oh yeah, the air fryer bring it
Yeah,
back too.
you know what's better than air fried pizza? Bro, you go get a chicken bake and you air fry it when you get home. Or even, like, I'll take a couple chicken bakes and
Yeah.
I'll put one in the fridge for the next day
That's right.
and then I air fry it.
You want me to tell you what's even better than that?
My boy got the recipe.
A bunch
don't
of
even
fat
know.
asses talking about food on the podcast.
Freaking split your chicken bake in the half, like in the middle, open it like a bread, slap it in the air fryer, and slap some eggs in there. I did that the other day. Shit was
What the
stupid.
hell? I was not expecting the eggs.
It was ridiculous.
I was expecting the. Have you seen the little videos where they cut a hole in the chicken bake and they shove the wiener through it and then they eat it?
I didn't see that one.
Hell no.
It's suspicious.
It's like a
but-
corn
Chicken
dog,
bakes
like
are
a chicken
stupid
baked
good,
corn
bro.
dog?
Like they're ridiculous. Anyway, let's move on to something else. All right, guys.
All right.
So the Texas floods, man. What's going on with that? Because now I feel like nothing happens in this freaking country without us being like, here's a conspiracy about it.
There's no conspiracy, bro.
I
It's
met a
just
guy
water.
today. He's like, check this out. What do you think's happening in Texas? They knew that was coming. They planned for it. The California fires, they planned for it. The whole nine, like everything's planned out. Like everything's a conspiracy nowadays.
Okay, bro, come on, really? Everything? You planned out?
There's
you
a
planned the
script.
water to come from who knows where to just flood everybody? And why?
Well, they're blaming on the government doing weather
Of course they are.
manipulation.
Of
Okay,
course
and well, look, there is truth to that.
I get that there's truth to it, but not everything is planned by some evil people in a cave. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes shit just happens. Why did that tornado hit that building? Oh, conspiracy. Hold on. Oh, there's
Well,
some
these fools are talking
secret
about-
intelligent guy that used to work there.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Hey, y'all remember the freaking Carolina freaking floods and all that bullshit? These fools were talking about how the freaking tsunami was caused like electronically or whatever they call it. I was like, bro, I don't know. That's excessive.
this is
too,
why
bro.
you
They
gotta
hit the
get off the
tsunami
internet.
button, bro. They-
How you get the whole ocean to move though?
Conspiracy.
Hey,
You
but
know
look,
why?
check this out, y'all.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys heard about the guy. He's the CEO of Rainmaker, which is a company that does weather manipulation in the USA. He's a young fool, and he's the CEO of this company. And he talks about how it actually works. And he's talking about how, there has actually been cloud seeding apparently 2 days. I think it was 2 days before the floods in Texas. So people are starting to blame it on that. But this was saying like that wouldn't have caused that much.
That was coincidence.
I don't know. This guy got a mullet. I don't know if you can trust a mullet.
Here, listen to him real quick and see. He talks about how it works. Watch this.
What cloud seeding is. About 93% of all of the liquid and ice water that traverses the lower atmosphere. So the water in the clouds, right? About 93% of that doesn't precipitate over land. It just evaporates away or gets recycled by the oceans. That means that there's a ton of water up there that's just going to waste that you can bring down. So certain clouds that aren't naturally precipitating or that aren't very efficiently precipitating, you can identify those with radar. You can measure that there's liquid in them that isn't coming down, fly a drone up into them, disperse a material that freezes the liquid in the cloud. And we can talk about what that material is later, but disperse a material that freezes the liquid in the cloud into big, heavy snowflakes that become heavy enough to fall down. And if it's warm beneath the cloud, melt into rain. If it's cold, stay as snow. And so if you just blast a cloud, right, and then it rains, that isn't necessarily proof that you caused it to rain, right? Like maybe you're just good at picking clouds that were going to rain anyway. And so nobody could really justify doing this at scale up until 2017. And what changed then was the National Center of Atmospheric Research, an organization called NCAR out in Colorado. They realized if you have the right wavelength of radar, of dual polarization radar, which I'll talk about again in a sec too. But if you have the right kind of radar and you fly in a zigzag, right, or in a circle or in your initials, and you only see precipitation on the radar in your flight track, then you can say, oh, that is definitively man-made because we flew in this zigzag or we flew in this spiral, and there's only precipitation occurring in that shape. They did that in Idaho in 2017 multiple times. And that was the very first time that people were able to show, one, that it was unambiguously working, and two, that they could measure how much water they put on the ground. And so most folks, even in the scientific community, are still catching up to speed with this tech. The regulatory community, some people know about it, think it's cool. Some people think that it doesn't exist. Some people don't know the difference between cloud seeding and geoengineering and a bunch of other stuff. But
I'm in that category.
We'll talk about that then. So to give you the...
So he talks about how this is what they do. This is what their company does. It's called Rainmaker. They basically make it rain. And people call them and they say that basically
Yes.
they... oh shit, I don't know why I keep starting. Apparently, like, they make rain. Mostly he talks about like on the West Coast where we have drought, whatever, stuff like that. And I actually looked it up the other day. Apparently that they do cloud seeding even in Lake Tahoe to get water in the mountains so that way when it melts, we have water down here.
Oh. I wonder,
artificial water.
So all them chemtrails, bro, that everybody's always bitching about, the chemtrails?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that's cloud seeding.
Chemtrails.
Look at this right here.
Look, I just planes where they leave a little line what looks like smoke.
Oh.
Some crazy conspiracy people are like, look, that's chemicals. They're putting it on us to make us go crazy.
Nah, there's no way. That's just from the jets flying into moisture,
some type of exhaust.
Isn't that what it is?
Look at that right here. I just pulled up.
Hold on. If you look up chemtrails, there's a whole rabbit hole.
Let me talk to my boy.
Hey, but look, you see that right here? They have all the areas they did cloud seeding, like 2023 to 2024.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Got it. If you need any help with anything else related to that,
hold on.
In general, just let me know.
Hold on. Let me ask my boy. What are those white lines that airplanes leave in the sky? Is that chemicals?
They're actually called contrails, which is short for condensation trails. They form when the water vapor in an airplane's exhaust mixes with the cold air at high altitudes, causing it to condense into tiny ice crystals. They can look pretty cool stretching across the sky.
Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome. Do you have any more?
See? Conspiracy solved.
Article right here. False claims link cloud seeding to deadly Texas floods despite zero evidence. So based on what that guy was saying too, like I watched the whole podcast with him, and he was talking about that. He's saying that you can't really make it that bad, bro. Like you can't. He says you can get 10-15% extra maybe of the cloud that was gonna come out. You know, so sometimes you could do a little more than you want to, but some crazy stuff like that, probably I don't know. He doesn't think it.
I think it's a natural thing, and people they're always looking for some conspiracy or somebody lying or something going on, and it's easy to find little things like, oh, why did that happen? Oh, because some guy was trying to. It was a competitor to that company, and they destroyed him, and there's always some crazy shit like that.
If you look for shit, you're gonna find shit, bro.
It's coincidences.
Especially the internet. The internet got time, bro.
Oh, dude.
Motherfuckers ain't got no job, nothing. They just sit on the internet, look at pictures, and be like, what if they did this? It's crazy.
Hell, well, think about it. If you got a show or a podcast or some shit, like you want to talk about some shit to get you some views, some clicks or whatever, right? So people just make up shit.
Yeah, they lie. Especially on TikTok.
Yeah, see, that's why we don't lie.
TikTok
boy.
lies so much.
TikTok's a liar. TikTok got me in trouble with the internet. You remember I lied about some shit because of TikTok and I got 3 million views? The only time I get a freaking view is when I lie. So I'm going to start lying.
That's right.
That's right.
The We Thought.
We Lie podcast.
I thought it was for real.
It's the We Thought podcast.
Hey,
we heard. Where you ain't heard?
We heard. But hey, did you guys hear about the freaking Joe Biden doctor? They tried to ask Joe Biden's doctor about if he knew about Joe Biden's mental state, how he was and all that. And this was straight plead the fifth.
Damn.
He talked about what was it, patient's confidentiality. But these guys were saying like we weren't even asking about the patient. What are you talking about? Watch this video and let me know what you think. Let me know if this was full of doo doo.
Dr. O'Connor, were you ever told to lie about the president's health?
On the advice of counsel, I must respectfully decline to answer.
Dr. O'Connor, did you ever believe the president was unfit to execute his duties as president?
On the advice of counsel, I must respectfully decline to answer.
Let the record reflect that Dr. O'Connor has invoked the Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. Dr. O'Connor, please be very clear. Are you declining to answer the question put to you solely on the ground that you believe the answer will incriminate you?
On the advice of counsel, I must respectfully decline to answer.
Dr. O'Connor, is it your intention to decline to answer all questions put to you today by the committee on the basis of the Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination?
On the advice of counsel, I must respectfully answer. I am not a lawyer, and I must follow my lawyer's advice in this matter.
And we can tell you that he will have the same answer with respect to any questions that are asked.
And he's like, hold on, I'll tell you. Yeah, he is about to say the same shit over and over.
Hey, bro, just so you know, he's going to say the same shit, okay? Just quit asking.
What do you think about his advice from the council? Like, that, they asked him, did you lie about this? He's like, nah, I ain't going to tell you if I lied or not.
Honestly, I would do the same. This is irrelevant to anything now.
Yeah.
What are they going to do anyways? You're going to keep me accountable for this retard?
Well, that's the thing that pisses me off. You know what happens with these presidencies or whatever? The donkey Joe and whoever else, they all get pardoned. And then who else is left to take the fall? His doctor and his freaking nurse? Because they weren't going to go snitch to the world. What was this fool going to do? Go tell the world, hey, guys, this guy can't operate. He's a freaking donkey. Oh, they would have called him a whistleblower or a piece of shit and kicked him out.
Bro, he's dead. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
No, he's not. I saw him on the beach. He was out here in Malibu.
And that wasn't him?
Well,
that was some other old retard.
Allegedly, it was him.
That's his body double, cuz it's clone.
Hey, regardless, though, bro, none of it even matters. Literally none of it matters. Even if this guy said, yes, I knew that he was mentally retarded and he wasn't fit. Oh, wow. See, you let him. Okay, so.
But honestly, bro, the truth is.
What are they going to do?
Your doctor can't go around talking your business.
No.
My doctor can't be like, oh, that boy has a child. Like.
Yeah, but still, even if he said anything, bro, it doesn't matter anymore. None of it matters.
Yeah, I think this was pretty
nothing that has
irrelevant.
anything to do with Joe Biden matters anyways. He's too far gone, and he's literally about to die if he's not dead already.
What these guys are doing is they're trying to. Yeah, the funny thing is like they want to enforce the law on everybody else but the main people who should be smacked with the law. You know, so they're getting all these little homies.
Yeah,
but
it doesn't even matter.
Fauci should be held accountable though, because that freaking faggot Fauci talked hella shit, lied about everything, forced us to freaking do all these things, and then now he's chilling, and he got pardoned by Trump.
Nothing's gonna happen to him.
Well, he got pardoned, but
by Trump,
not Trump, by freaking Biden.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing's gonna happen to these people, bro. They're too big, too powerful. They got too much money and too many people in their pockets. The only thing we can do is bitch about it. You know what this feels like? It feels like those retards on the side of the road. They're over there like protesting with their little sign, like, hey, okay, what do you want me to do about it? You know what I mean? I see your stupid sign. What do you want me to do about it? It's not like, oh, I saw the sign. I'm going to call the president right now and we're going to get something resolved. You know, you're just stressing
like
yourself
those
out for
fools
no
that
reason.
are trying to cancel Kevin Kiley up on the corner over there.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like,
those
bro,
retards.
Cancel Kevin Kiley. You're fired. Like, how the hell are you gonna fire Kevin Kiley?
Okay.
Like, yeah, you might not vote for him, but how many people give a shit? You get what I'm saying? And you probably never voted for him to begin with.
Yeah.
Nah,
so why
they
does
for
he
sure
give a shit? Plus, you imagine what would happen to Kevin Kiley if his ass said no on the freaking bill, on the big beautiful bill. Bro, he wouldn't have got elected back because all the Trumpies would have been like, hell no.
Yeah.
Who do you think put him in place? He's a Republican candidate.
1000%.
Nobody would have voted for him. I wouldn't have voted for his. I voted for him, but I wouldn't have voted next time if he went against my boy Trump.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I know his wife will run up on her.
Hey, that's hella funny. He was at the homie's wedding.
Yeah. Shit, but anyway, that's what we got for today. The news is hot, and the topics get better and better. So hit the thumbs.
And Joe Biden's probably gone.
Nah, he was struggling on the beach, so I know it was him because he was like struggling to get on the chair and shit.
You know how many old retards on the beach struggling?
Hey, that one was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's assume it was him.
Did he sniff anyone?
Nah.
That wasn't him.
So anyway, shout out to everybody tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.
Like and subscribe, you bitch.